Heartfelt welcomes to all you arena action addicts and purveyors of pulse-pounding clashes, because we are here sandside at the Setting Sun Amphitheater in Chacos. The season is turning, the quadumverate is burning, and we are here to celebrate with cheers, jeers, blood, sweat, and tears. I, as always, am Bahir ibn Salah ibn Wakil ibn Rashid, and sitting at my side while we wait for the first challengers to take the games of fire is former arena champion and trend-setting legend Biasaran Bellhoff. A true honor and distinct pleasure to have you here, Biasaran.
You heard it right, folks. Maze the Monster is back, and it's a pleasure to be here. Fire season's always a rough one. You can trust me when I say that. What we've got might not be as good as if I were back in the arena, but take it from the champ. This team will give you a show worth watching.
Entering through the Challengers Gate, we've got the up-and-comers of the hour here to strike the first sparks of excitement. The Screaming Eagles, helmed by their captain and three-time game survivor Corathon the Fair. There he is now, bareheaded and grinning to all the fans trying to match his signature raptor cry.
It's no surprise a man like that doesn't want to hide his face when he's in the thick of battle, but your dark eyes warn of dark deeds, though, and by leaving that mane in the wind, he makes it loud and clear. He's not afraid of whatever crosses his path. I can admire that. More to the point, if he put on a helmet now, it would look like cowardice rather than common sense.
Yeah. Fortunately for him, he's got some arcane assistance along with some divine intervention. Walking tall at the captain's left side is Sharath Firehand, who was apprenticed to the city's very own Vizirai Jadith before he decided to retire to rest on his laurels. And on Corathon's right is Sharath's wife, Fëanor Iceheart. One of the Chosens of Torah, it was said that not even the blast of the desert heat could make her sweat. Well, we'll see if that holds true when the flames start leaping.
Those two have kept him from carrying too many scars on that handsome face, there's no doubt about that. Best not to forget the last two slots on his squad, though. Raga the Shadow's creeping and squeaking on the flank, and that's old man Farinell. I had figured he'd have retired by now. He's broken more bones than I've emptied wineskins.
And somehow he keeps getting back up. I don't know what he mixes up in those little bottles of his, but hopefully it's enough to keep him sharp down there. Because, as all of you out there know, the arena doesn't pull punches when you hit the big time, and that sand can soak up a lot of blood. And there's the clarion call for the games to begin. The Eagles are forming up with Corathon shouting orders. Everyone is trying to get ready, but they still don't know what the challenge they're facing will be.
I've been in their shoes, Bahir, and this by far is the worst part of the match. When the door's being pulled back, and you're face to face with the unleashed beast, you know what you have to do. But the waiting, that's what separates the champs from the chumps.
Those of you who placed a bet on what the first round of the games was going to be had better be watching close. We know it's going to have something to do with fire, but that's all we... Wait a second.
Oh, twist my horns.
Yeah, they are not pulling any punches this year, I can tell you that, folks. Unless my eyes deceive me, that is the biggest goddamn salamander I have ever seen. Bright red and unhappy to be here, it does not look pleased to see the Eagles. Ooh, and Corathon's got his blade in hand, and he's closing. 15 feet, 10 feet, and it looks like... Yes! He is in under the claws and under the neck.
Oh, that might not have been the best decision. If you want the monster's opinion out anyhow, Bahir. You can see the old man back there was trying to get his captain's attention because, yep, there it goes.
It's summer snows, it's a hydra.
Yep, Farinell's an old hand, and just like me, notice the jaw pattern. Fire breathers have jagged teeth like a glorious mountain skyline. Hydras, though, they have a double row of those dental daggers. As soon as that beautiful beastie opened his mouth, I could have told you the last thing you wanted to do was lop off a head like that.
And it's on now. Corthon's right in the multi-headed horror's threatened square, and it's taking every ounce of speed and skill he's got to stay out of its teeth. Iceheart is doing her best to provide cover for him, and it looks like Firehand is getting ready to show us just how she earned that name. Farinel's cutting around its side, drawing as many attacks as the thing's willing to throw his way. Hard to say why, except there it is! Raga's got it from behind, square in the neck with that ugly axe he packs just for special occasions.
That is a thing of glory to behold right there. The monster's been on his share of teams, both good and bad, over the years. This right here, it's one of the good ones by here. Instead of playing the blame game about whose fault it is, the beast has 2 heads now instead of 1. They just go to work. Support your lead, get into position, and wait for the wizard to drop the hammer. Ooh, this is a sight to see.
The Hydra isn't out yet, though. It seems like it's got plenty of steam left, and those claws are making themselves known. Raga's doing the best he can from the flank, but there is a lot of beasts to go around. Wait a minute. Farinel has thrown down his weapon. He's drinking something. It looks like...
Oh, the old man has unleashed the beast. Ooh, you're in for a show tonight, folks. Even the monster hasn't seen Farinel the Feral and fighting for him for years now. This is one you'll be telling the grandkids about. You've got my promise on that.
Yeah, it's been a while indeed. Every bit of caution is gone, and Farinel goes for the Hydra with claws and teeth. It doesn't look like the Hydra has enough punch to handle the extra assault. It turns to Farinel, and Raga takes its tail. It swings on the shadow, and Corthon hacks a bit off the flank. The wine of victory is flowing, Fire fans, and it looks like it's all over. A perfect ending to a perfect beginning, wouldn't you say, Maze?
But here there have been very few things more beautiful to behold. After watching Farinel, it's got me thinking I might have to get back down there myself and show everybody just how it's done.
Well, if that happens, I hope to be sitting right here to see it. And it looks like it's time for us to take a break while the arena staff cleans up the mess the Eagles left behind. As we wait for the next bout, though, all of you at home should like the video and share it with your friends. While you're at it, subscribe to Dungeon Keeper Radio, and if you want to do your part to sponsor these games along with all our other great content, think about becoming a Patreon patron or chip in to buy us a coffee. When we return, a dedication from Efreet Lord Rabban himself and the next bout. What will it be? Stay tuned to find out.